Hello and welcome back to my Michael Schumacher career mode. We are at the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've done all the practice sessions, we've done all that, got all the resource points I possibly could. We're going to head straight into qualifying. We're leading the championship after winning the season opener in Australia. Our teammates failed to finish, but let's head right into qualifying.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible?
So as we sit in the garage waiting to go out for our first qualifying lap of the session, making sure the fuel load and all that is right, we head out for lap numero uno of Bahrain. We need a good lap, put our marker down on Sebastian Vettel. He beat us to pole position last time out in Australia. We don't want that to happen again. We need to assert our dominance in the top six as we get an awful run through that part of the turn 2, and it's not a decent lap, this. I mean, I've done better laps in qualifying as we've run extremely wide into another county there. Coming through the S is the best part of the track, in my opinion. Got to keep it all tight. We've run slightly tad too wide. So comes to the end of the lap, gets a huge tank slapper on the exit there. We cross line, we go P2 to Lewis Hamilton. In the grand scheme of things, not that bad. As we now head right to the end of the session now. For our last lap, we find ourselves all the way down in P6. We're going to ride on board for the entirety of this lap, and it needs to be a good one if we want to get out of the bottom 6. It doesn't look good as being the worst car out of the top 3 teams. We come into turn 1, missed our apex by a quarter mile as we get on the power, another huge tank slapper, and we're still up on our previous time, which makes absolutely no sense. And we come into this corner, we actually do hit that apex, surprise surprise. We get a great exit there coming through the S's. Once again, my favourite parts of the track, you've really got to attack the curbs through here. Maybe I attacked them a bit too much, we avoid running wide as we come through, hit that apex nicely. We've got Fernando Alonso, hopefully we'll get a bit of slipstream as we get a bit of a shaky exit from there. Coming up to the treacherous turn 10 now, you've got to look out on locking the brakes because you don't want to lock the brakes. We miss that apex, open the DRS. Fernando Alonso still nicely positioned ahead of us, giving it a little bit of a distant tow. As we've got 2 minutes to finish this lap, that'll be no problem unless we start crashing into walls as we get a bit of a slide through that corner. Now if you touch this curb around this corner, you are spearing off into the runoff and probably the wall, as we are right behind Fernando Alonso and we run a bit wide, but he gets out the way. We are not impacted by him on this lap as we're coming up to conclude our final flying lap of the session. Is this going to get us out of P6? We do not want to be starting next to Nico Hulkenberg on the grid. We open the DRS, come up to the line, and it has put us, where has it put us on the grid? We're starting P6. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good at all. We are starting at the back of the front cars. Next to the back, well, not the midfield we're starting next to. That is not ideal for our race. So we've got work to do tomorrow, but it's going to be a tough race starting from P6, and it's going to be a shambles into turn 1, but it's time to head into the race.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today, with 15 corners and 2 DRS zones into turns 1 and turn 11. That should create some good passing opportunities. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Mr. Monaco. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, Mr. Monaco, Hulkenberg, Magnussen.
So sitting on the grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix, clear weather as you would expect. In the boiling hot desert of Bahrain. We're going to prepare for the formation lap now, get our tyres up to temperature as the cars head off on the formation lap, weaving away to get their tyres up into the optimal range of temperature, which is on this game around 99 to 102 degrees. That is where you want the tyres as we come to the end of the formation lap now, and we get some crucial information. Lewis Hamilton has some sort of issue with his car. This is going to play a crucial role in this race. If Hamilton, he's just going to fall backwards if he's got a major issue with his car. It's obviously big enough for Jeff to bring it up right before the start as the rest of the grid forms up. It's time to get ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So it goes 5 red lights. The calm before the storm. It lights out, and away we get to a horrendous stop. We're already immediately jumped by the Renault of Nico Hulkenberg, and under pressure from the Haas and the Force India into turn 1. We brake as late as we dare, go down the inside of Max Verstappen. A bit of a bargy move there. We get past, he's going to do the cutback on us, try and go clean around the outside. He can't quite manage that move. We get up into P5. At the end of the first section of the track, as we brake very late, get quite close to the back of Bottas. Nice English over race with armour, as we're going to come through the S's now, keep it as quick as possible, but we don't want to scrub off too much time, as we're going to brake as late as we dare through here, close right up, cut the corner a bit, no one saw that. Oh dear, we've run very wide there, as here comes Max Verstappen. He's going to go round the outside of turn 10, you do not want to overtake there. So we're very shaky through the braking zone. We go in deep. It's Verstappen going to do the cutback on us. No, he isn't. We have defended well from Max Verstappen as we move later on in the lap. And we have got a big issue here as we get a huge tank slapper coming through turn 11 and 12. And Max Verstappen is right on the back of us now. Is he going to mount a threat into the final corner? Or is he going to wait for the DRS to kick in later in the race? It's Max Verstappen. Of course, he is going to go for one ambitious move down the inside into turn 1, or is he going to play it patiently? Can Vettel lead at the end of lap 1? Verstappen is going for it straight away, and look at the difference of Renault and Ferrari power in this game. I mean, my career mode has ended. The Hulkenberg is going down the inside. What a move from Nico Hulkenberg. A small lock up from Verstappen. We've been pushed to the outside. We get a huge tank slapper as it's all going wrong, as we've got a big tap from Verstappen, and we've been put into the gravel. Verstappen has put us into the gravel on lap 2, and we're all the way down into P12 behind Charles Leclerc as we're getting a replay of what's happened here. It all gets a bit close. Hulkenberg gets pushed out wide, and there was just no room for the three of us to make it through that corner, and we all paid the price apart from Max Verstappen there, as Hulkenberg has fallen down the order as well, but no one got worse off than us, as Jeff reminding us we are stopping in a few laps time, and that will make things interesting as it may allow us to get the undercut on the cars ahead, as we get a pretty good exit against Charles Leclerc, but we've actually got Pierre Gasly coming very close to us, as we're going to brake as late as we can, coming into turn 10 now, and getting ever closer to the what car is he? Why have I just forgotten what car Leclerc's driving? He is driving in the Sauber as we run very wide there, hopping across the curb. We're going to throw it down the inside of the Ferrari, future Ferrari driver, as we bang wheels with him, and we do get past. Oh no, he's going to fight back. He's going to go down the inside. Charles Leclerc being very aggressive as Jeff has come up with a new strategy for us. Here we get on the power, and look at the power of the Ferrari engine with DRS compared to without it, as the Honda engine seems to be performing very well as we try and slip it down the inside of Charles Leclerc there, but it just was not going to happen, as we're going to pit this lap. We need to undercut the entire midfield. We've got the pace to just storm past them if we get clean air, but we need to pit to get clean air, which means we're going to have to take our tyres a long way, a whole 11 laps in this race, which is not going to be easy, but it'll be doable. It's a one-stop race, the tyres should last a long time as we come into the pits. I think it's just time to remember, the day I'm uploading this, it's Michael Schumacher's 50th birthday. I mean, just keep on fighting, Michael. We will want you to get that 90-second win. Hopefully, you must recover from that awful accident you've had. But I'm sure everyone wants this. Just keep fighting, Michael. Do the best you can. Get that 90-second win. We're all with you. As we exit the pits now, and we come onto lap 8 because nothing happened, and we have undercut everyone to go out behind Max Verstappen. What an undercut we have just done to go out behind Max Verstappen after the pit stop. So up into P6. Was that P5? I can't quite see, my screen's very small. I think that's P6. Verstappen in P5. Kevin Magnussen in P4 with a Haas driver doing wonders at Bahrain as we've got 8 laps to go halfway through the race. This is looking pretty good for us so far. We've recovered to be in the top 6. Lewis Hamilton, he's fallen right to the back after those engine issues he's had since the start of the race. Hamilton having a treacherous start instead of season after DNFing in the first race. And we're not even going to score points in this race. I mean, we're getting a horrible exit there compared to Verstappen. We're just falling back as we come on later onto the next lap. We are diving it down the inside of the pair of them into turn 1, going side by side with the 3 of them. We are going to keep it clean with Verstappen this time. We go off track a little bit. We cut ahead of Verstappen and move up into P4. A phenomenal move from the legend Michael Schumacher. Moving back up into P4, Daniel Ricciardo is far ahead. A good pit stop ahead of us now. So we're just going to consolidate P4, bring it home. For the championship, we'll still be leading if it finishes like this. Move on to lap 11. Max Verstappen challenging us again. The Honda? No, they're not Honda yet, Llama. The Renault engine performing very well in this career mode compared to the Ferrari. Verstappen going to try and go around the outside. We bang into his barge board. Quite a bit there, going to have to go around the outside. Remember, he has much newer tyres than us. That will explain for the better exits. So we push him off a bit, a bit of payback for earlier on in the race. We've got Magnussen still behind us. We're going to keep it down the inside. Verstappen keeping it around the outside. This is phenomenal racing from Max Verstappen. He gets the move done as we're just going to go clean around this outside. Yes, it's a phenomenal overtake from us as Michael Schumacher there. I've never seen anyone overtake there in real life. Max Verstappen's probably done it this season. Oh no, he crashed out. Forget that, he didn't, as we get a bit wobbly through the braking zone of turn 10. A very tricky corner that allows Verstappen to get an even better exit, as we are going to push him as far as we dare. Verstappen gets back past. We're going to have to wait until the main straight. Oh no, we're not. We're going to round her outside there as we run wide. Verstappen gets back past us, and there's not a lot we can do. Our tyres are starting to fade. Verstappen's will be at the best, probably ass, but we've got horsepower. We've got Schumacher. Of course, we're going to get back past him as we're in his slipstream now. We're going to move to the inside. We're going to go for a very late move. Yes, we are. Verstappen makes a mistake. We get alongside. We get past the young driver as we open the DRS now. Is he going to come fighting back? Of course he is. It's Max Verstappen. We're going to leave no space for him around the outside, but he's going to go for that tiny gap around the outside. We have to open it up just to make sure we don't collide again. Keeping it down the inside of him. No problem at all for the legend of F1. We run a bit wider. Verstappen is going to come back at us. We're going to cut him right off. Not give the kid a chance of getting past the legend of F1. We bang tyres, but it's not going to happen. Sorry, Max. You can't go around the outside there. You can't do the same move Michael Schumacher just did on you. Goodbye. See you later, son. Max Verstappen's the word, not mine. As we come round onto lap 13 now, Verstappen still there. We make a small lock up, but he's staying with us. I'll give it to him. He's doing pretty well as he gets a phenomenal exit once again. I mean, he's doing the job. we've just got to do a better job on older tyres, and we go round the outside, go off track, albeit, but a great move once again from Michael Schumacher, as we're going to head on to the last lap very soon now. So we come onto the back straight, and now fading into the last lap, Verstappen has got some big issues as we get a massive tank slapper, but Verstappen's engine has just blown on the last lap of the race. Max Verstappen is not going to see the finish line. That promotes Kevin Magnussen up into P5. After that scary moment of the tank slapper, we've managed to keep it away from any form of barrier. But we're going to fend off Kevin Magnussen in the inferior Ascot. It may be slightly quicker on the straights, but we're going to come round the final corner to come home for a fantastic recovery drive of P4 on Schumacher's birthday. A phenomenal drive.
Fantastic job, Michael, fantastic job. Well done, well done. This championship's back in our hands now.
Fantastic.
Fantastic drive, well
It
done.
could have gone better had we not had the issues at the start of the race.
Wow, superb weekend. Thank
I
you,
could have
guys.
hoped for better after being off the
Unbelievable.
gravel on lap 1 to come home and finish P4. That's a pretty damn good job.
What a fantastic race it was. And I have to
Sebastian
wonder-
Vettel wins the race, keeping up Ferrari's 100% hit race on F1 2018. It's all going well. Ricciardo finishing second. Not sure, I think Bottas must have been third. Checo Perez coming home in 8th place. Good finish for Force India. Get some points on the board.
So here they come now, out onto the podium.
Valtteri Bottas finishing second, Ricciardo third, the other way around. Ferrari win once again.
And they're out in force again today.
Ferrari just cannot be stopped in this career mode, it seems. We are on a roll now. The champagne gets sprayed as we come to the end race results. Lewis Hamilton, once again, nowhere to be seen in the top 10, even finishing in last place of the finishers. It's tough for Hamilton. 2 races in, 0 points. As we look at the standings now, our gap has come down to 1 point in the championship. As Vettel is, I can't see that number, it's too small. But well, yeah, Ferrari performing very well. Our championship lead has come down to 1 point, so we need to beat Bottas if we want to keep hold of it. For the next race, Ferrari striding ahead in the constructors as we come back to the paddock now, collecting all our resource points and all that malarkey. But we can't put any engine upgrades on the car as we've already got them all. I did them at the start of the before the video, sorry. But it's just all the basic ones, nothing spectacular, but we've got lots of resource points to spend in the next race when all these upgrades arrive for the Chinese Grand Prix. Ferrari are happy with us. Look,
Commiserations on that
we're
result.
getting commiserations. That was a phenomenal race. Went from basically last to P6, P4. That's pretty good in my books. But that is all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Keep vicing, Michael. It's your 50th birthday.
That should get the team a
Thanks
nice
for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and goodbye.